Ladies and gentlemen, for the vast majority of people that try to stop drinking alcohol, it is going to be a struggle. The majority of people are going to find stopping drinking to be a fight and a battle, and it may continue for the rest of their life, right? For me, it was 10 years of stopping and starting, and it was a decade of a fight. But in this video today, I'm going to be showing you how you can make the process of stopping drinking enjoyable, effortless, fast and even easy. Because I don't want you to be one of these people that struggle. I don't want you to be one of these people that succumbs to the craving every time that it happens. I don't want you to wake up in the morning, promise yourself you won't drink, the afternoon comes around, the hangover wears off, the evening comes around, you're pouring a drink. I don't want you to be that person, because I've been that person. And for me, the process of stopping drinking, it was enjoyable. It felt effortless. It felt natural. Recently, I removed gluten from my diet, right? I'm not looking at bread and thinking, I wish I could just have a mouthful of bread. I know the gluten wasn't agreeing with me, and it required no willpower, and actually my life's so much better now. I've got rid of it. I have more energy, my digestion's better. That was an easy thing. Why isn't it like this with alcohol? Why do so many people struggle? Well, let's get into the video because you're going to learn all about it. So why do most people struggle to stop drinking alcohol? Now, the reason why most people struggle to stop drinking alcohol is it all boils down to their world view. What do I mean by this? Well, what is the typical view of alcohol? It's harmless fun. It helps me relax. It gives me confidence. It makes me more sociable. It's my stress relief. It's my crutch. It's what successful people do. They have a few drinks. Oh, it's what I do with my friends. The world that we live in has this worldview of alcohol that sees it as something that will add real value to an individual's life, right? If we put the TV on, we're bombarded with messages. We're bombarded with advertisements. We're bombarded with like product placements in movies, in TV shows. The underlying theme of the world that we live in sees alcohol as a good thing, right? I'm sure you're not going to disagree with that. But other drugs out there, it's very different, right? We don't live in a world that sees heroin, crack cocaine as a good thing. We pretty much get told from birth to avoid these drugs. Now, I remember back when I was in high school, there was a lesson that I went to called PSHE, and it was like social things and dealing with these problems like sex and drugs and all of this stuff. Now, they showed us a video in that lesson of how certain drugs can lead to other drugs, and they started smoking weed and then went to this and then went to that. Before you know it, they're addicted to heroin, right? It was that typical video. And you walk away from that video really feeling like, damn, I am never going to touch that stuff. Like, it's pretty powerful. But at the same time, we don't get that from alcohol. We don't get messages from schools, from teachers to avoid alcohol, right? I remember at university, our teachers would encourage us to go out. They'd laugh when people would come into lessons hungover. They'd be like, yes, you're at university. This is the world that we live in, right? So already, before an individual decides to stop drinking alcohol, they're almost starting in a state of mind of, I feel like I'm missing out. So it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a struggle. But how do we make stopping drinking effortless, enjoyable, fun? How is that even possible? Well, it all starts with changing this worldview. Just because everybody out there sees alcohol one way does not mean that you have to do so as well. It is 100% possible for you to change this paradigm, because all these are ideas. And how exactly do we change our worldview? Well, it starts by educating yourself. It starts by getting new information into your mind, right? There's 400 videos or something like that on this YouTube channel. There are books out there. There are podcasts. And there are people out there that really do teach the truth about alcohol, because all it is ethanol, right? So the way that you can make stopping drinking enjoyable and effortless is through sheer education. I have spent hundreds of hours trying to solve my drinking problem. I have read pretty much every single book there is on stopping drinking. I've watched a bunch of videos. I've tried to stop drinking multiple hundreds of times, and I kept going and kept going and kept going until things clicked for me. But once they did click, once I saw alcohol for what it was effortless. It was just like this enjoyable process. It was like drinker, stop, start, and then all of a sudden, boom, a cut-off point. And it's why I say on this channel all the time that if you are still drinking alcohol, if you've not solved this problem yet, even if you've stopped and you're still craving it, you still desire to drink, you have to change your worldview. Now, I have made a training video in the description. If you want to get access to that, it shows you how to actually go through that reframing process using something called first principles thinking. If you want to get access to that, then just click the link in the description. That kind of breaks it down in a bit more detail. It's a bit too in-depth to go into in this video, but if you want to know how to go through that process, click the link in the description. But what do you do next, right? What do you do after you've reframed how you view alcohol? You might already be in that position, right? I know that there are thousands of people that watch this channel that have gone through this process. You're already in a state of mind where you know that alcohol does nothing for you and you've stopped drinking. Maybe that's not you, but maybe it is. Because whilst I do work with people, like in a coaching program, there are thousands, if not tens of thousands of comments on this channel from people that have applied what I teach for free and got control of their drinking. But the next thing that you must do is you must make progress, right? You must go forward. If we think of all the other programs out there, all the other ways to stop drinking alcohol, there's a relentless focus on the past. There's a relentless focus on maybe trauma, bad things that we've done. We've got to go and make amendments to people. And I'm not saying that that stuff isn't a good idea. You can still do that stuff. For many people that I've worked with, I've seen people that they had to deal with trauma before they could tackle this problem. I'm not saying not to do that, but even if you do have to do that, you still need to focus on what's next, right? You still need to start creating a vision, start creating something to go towards, right? We should create a vision that we're excited about. My vision was to move to Asia, to start an online business, help people in some way. I didn't know I'd be doing this, making these videos, but I had a vision. I had a dream to go towards. Maybe your dream is just to get in better shape. Maybe you want to drop 10, 20, 30 pounds. Go back to what it was like 5 or 10 years ago. Maybe for you, you just want to be there for your kids. You want to be the best dad, the best mum ever. Maybe you want to start a business or crush your career. The important thing is that when you don't drink alcohol, we should be making steady progress towards our goals, towards the future. And when we do that, and we aim to get a little bit better every single day, take just one step every single day towards this goal, and we combine it with reframing how we view alcohol, changing our worldview, it's game over, right? Now stopping drinking becomes fun. Now it becomes enjoyable. Because what happens is, the traditional way of stopping drinking is we might go 3 months without drinking and we fight and we resist, and then 3 months comes around, there's no changes in our life, and we think, oh, well, do you know what? F it. I'll just have one drink tonight. 6 months passes, we're back at square one, right? I've done that. Whereas the approach that I'm talking about is it's all about first changing your worldview and then getting so busy building something awesome for yourself that when you look back in 3 months' time of not drinking alcohol, you don't even recognize yourself, right? You're in better shape. Your relationships are better. Why don't we make this the focus instead of beating ourselves up for all the bad things that we've done? Because listen, I've done enough of that in my life. I don't need to do more of that. I need to get busy. I need to put things right. And that is why I'm excited for you. That's why I love making these videos and I love sharing this message with you, because you can do it too. If you're watching this video, you're already halfway there, right? If you're putting the pieces together, you're going through that reframing process. And if you've already stopped drinking, then even better, because now that means that you can focus on moving forward, gaining momentum, and crushing it. Hope this video was helpful. Have a great day.